Hello, this is Esha Chatterjee, Assistant Professor, Chandanagar College of Philosophy. Good evening, everybody. And I am going to prepare a video for between the interaction between human rights and protection of environment. Okay. Now let's start. What is human right? Is a right, human right is a right which every man gets inherently for being a human being. According to, and what is environment? Okay, now we can understand what is human right, human rights. Okay, now what is environment? Okay, let's see the meaning. The dictionary meaning of the word environment refers to a surrounding or external conditions influencing human life, animals or plants, that is all biological population. Okay, the surroundings of mankind is a result of the interactions of abiotic, that is non-living, and biotic, that is living elements. The term environment encompasses both physical and social environment. Okay. According to C.C. Park, now what is the definition of environment? Now let's see. According to C.C. Park, environment is the sum total of conditions. Environment is the sum total of conditions which surround man at a given point in space and time. Okay. Okay. So now we can claim scientific and technological innovations of post-industrial revolution era have brought about large-scale transformation of environment. Environment, and this is my blackboard. This is my whiteboard. Okay, and life, livelihoods, culture and society are prime concerns for human existence and are related to environment. And preservation of environment is a fundamental human right. Okay, people, now we can understand preservation of human environment is a basic is a fundamental human right. Okay. How destruction of environment led to human right violation? Directly through endangering of life, culture and society of man. Okay. Destruction of environment occurs due to pollution in water, air, earth and living beings. Harmful disturbance in Earth's climate and protective layers, that is ozone layer. Natural resources like water, air, water and land are prime requirements for all living beings. We all know that. Okay. Environment damages also create environmental refugees. Human rights law and legislation can act as safeguards for environmental protection and conservation of natural resources. There are many international human rights laws. Now some of them. Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted in 1948. We all know about that. The right to life, European Convention on Human Rights, Article 2. Vienna Declaration of Human Rights. Links between the environment and human rights have been established by the Inter-American Court of Human Rights. The Inter-American Court of Human Rights ensured the protection of Nicaraguan forest, United Nations Conference on the Human Environment was held in Stockholm in 1972. There, the link between environmental conditions and the enjoyment of basic human rights was established. Okay, now is it now clear? Okay, there was a conference at Rio de Janeiro, the Brazilian city, in 1992 about environmental convention. There are role of legal and policy framework for protection of environment in India also. Some of the acts are Indian Forest Act 1927. We may consult the book. The prevention of cruelty of animals. Okay, okay. Here is the book. Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. The National Environment Appellate Authority Act 1997, the Wildlife Protection Amendment Act 2002, there are some laws. The scheme on labeling of environment friendly products, you know, Ecomark 1991 में वो आया, eco sensitive zone. Okay, there is a now I can tell you a story. There is a village Bichri, a village 15 kilometers away from Udaipur in Rajasthan. Okay, it experienced contamination of groundwater of wells by highly toxic chemical wastes. Supreme Court verdict was for rectification of environmental damage, but the judgment did not provide for compensation to the victims of Bichri village, because the Atomic Energy Act 1962 provide almost complete immunity to the nuclear establishment. तो न्यूक्लियर जो एस्टेब्लिशमेंट है उनको तो छाड़ है, वो मुझे हमें एनवायरमेंटल डैमेज करते हैं थ्रू द हाईली टॉक्सिक रेडियो एक्टिव वेस्टेज. it caused the wave caused severe health hazard to mankind, but उनको तो छाड़ पत्र है कानून का भी. Okay, now the role of NGOs is very much important. The public interest litigations are filed by NGOs. It was filed against construction of Tehri Dam in UP and Narmada Dam in Maharashtra, mining in the Aravallis, and in Adivashi lands in Andhra Pradesh. Now we can there are many instances. We can conclude symbiosis between environment protection and human rights plays both on a common platform. Consciousness, we may conclude consciousness is the theme of both human rights laws and environmental laws. And we may finally conclude the achievement of human rights. Our goal is to achieve human rights and attainment of a safe, healthy and hazard-free environment. Okay, thank you.